Welcome to the channel, everybody. We are the Obsolete Punx. With me today, we've got Potato Dick. Oh, goddamn. What the? Oh, okay. Balls. That's a lot easier to say. Thank you. Um,
We are not teenagers. We are not teenagers.
MP from AZ, and then I don't know how the fuck to say
I
what
don't know
that's supposed
what does your
to. Lost a
word say?
total. Lost a total. Is that
Yeah,
what that's supposed to be? Okay.
yeah. You guys got it.
Well, at least one of us did.
Why
Shop
would you?
Soft is who is speaking. Anyway, we are on the final track, if you can't tell by how silly and stupid we are at the moment, of Rise Against album The Unraveling, Faint Resemblance, track number 16. Um,
16.
16, sweet 16, man. Anything anyone wants to say, or should I hit play?
Let's do it.
All right, boys, since you're back to Potato Dick, what you got?
um, Definitely an album closer. That an instrumental to take it out. You can kind of see that that was the end. I didn't particularly enjoy it, but you could tell it was the end of the album. And I'm definitely realizing that I could so much easier. Oh my god, I could so much more easily listen to this song as a whole, or listen to this album as a whole, as opposed to individual songs like we're doing kind of right now. Um, I, I, I didn't overly enjoy that song. Um, the one consistent thing I can say about the entire album is the bass work is fucking amazing. Bass work, vocals are there for the most part. Um, there is just a lot more boring parts. Pardon the lack of articulacy here, but just really boring. It just didn't fucking grab me this time around. The way I remembered it doing like 20 years ago. And I don't know, it's kind of disappointing in a way, but almost expected at the same time. This song, anyways, I'm gonna go with a 65 on it. I didn't hate the way it ended, but it's not fucking great. That's all.
Pimpy. What's that?
Hmm. I agree. The bass work throughout the entire album was really good. I think a lot of the guitar work was really good. I think a lot of the vocal work was really good, and a lot of the drum work was pretty good. Uh, but again, like I said from the beginning, Rise Against is no 88 Fingers Louie, and I would rather listen to 88 Fingers Louie
Mhm.
any day of the week before Rise Against. Um, that song overall was not horribly exciting. It wasn't horribly bad, so just barely over average for me. 52.
Musty?
I wish they would have had a better album closer because I was expecting more from like the opening song.
Mm-hmm.
Should have closed it out better. I don't know.
Yeah, agreed.
It's being a dick at this point.
Hell yeah.
At least not being a potato dick. That would have been insulting.
The ultimate insult.
Musty?
Um, yeah, I honestly think this one is okay as an album closer in a way, but it would be better. So the outro, the instrumental outro feels just tacked on to it. It didn't need to be there. It just kind of felt like they were writing the song and they're like, oh, this is the album closer. We need to tack on this epic
Mm-hmm.
instrumental outro to let you know it's the album closer. When it could have just ended, 30 seconds earlier, and it kind of would have been like a little bit better of a bookend for the first track on the record. Because I think sound wise, it is in that area of the sound that I like on this album. But I'm also going back to my point where I'm like, okay, there's diminishing returns over the course of the album with that
Mm-hmm.
sound. And by the time I get to this, I'm looking at my scores, like just from songs that sound like this, and they've been like kind of gradually going down and down and down. Um, so while it is a sound that I enjoy at this point in the album, meh.
Yeah.
And because of the just kind of the tacked on instrumental outro at the end, I'm gonna bring it down to 64, I think.
Yeah, I totally get what you're saying about the outro. When I saw that the lyrics were over and there was still like over a minute left of the song, like, oh God, what's gonna happen? And then we get to the end there, and there's still like 20 seconds left, and he hits that last note. I'm like, oh, this sounds like it's gonna be the last note. Tell me it's not gonna drag on for 20 seconds. Like,
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
that brought it down for me some too. I'm at a 62. Yeah.
That's the last
62.
song, 61 overall for the last song there.
Woohoo! We made it through another album.
Woo-hoo. We did it.
Yeah.
Barely
Barely.
hanging on by a thread.
Oh, we did it. Final scores.
Okay.
What do we got?
Lowest to highest once again. Me and Homebrew Hood are tied at the bottom at a 70.
Mhm.
And we have Lost Motel and Payton tied at the high end at a 73.
Wow.
What a
Wow.
range. What a range.
And I'm super surprised I even got to a 70, but there were like, three or four
There
that
were
I brought
40s
my
and
score
50s in
way
there.
up.
Yeah.
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 But there was some that were just
Tanked. Yeah.
absolute turds. All right. Personal album ratings. Hood.
Again, like I was kind of saying with this last song here, I definitely enjoyed the album as a whole in its entirety better than the individual songs. I'm gonna go with the 73. Bump it up a tiny bit. Not too much. I was just listening to this all the way through as individual songs, I've realized that fuck, it's not as good as I remember it. So I don't know. It's that's a little upsetting, quite honestly, but it is what it is, I guess.
Oh no, my memories.
I
No.
know, yeah.
Keep going there, Lost a Totel.
Or whatever
Uh,
that says.
or whatever it says. It's just letters at this point.
What would you give
Yeah,
it?
I would say I'm kind of with you, Tim. So yeah, there's some songs on here that I really like a lot that bring that overall score up higher than I would give the overall the album, because I am still in that boat where it's like I really like a third of the album. I'm kind of just mad about a third of the album, and I'm kind of like the other third is like I don't really need to hear that ever again.
Mhm.
If I did, I wouldn't be upset, obviously. But man, so what I was at a 73, you said, yeah.
Yep.
I think on the whole, because I know just looking at my scores again, yeah, there's some songs on here that I really, really love. But on the whole, I think I'd bring it down to like a 66, maybe.
Ooh, Mr. Chop Our Toes Off.
So first of all, I'm gonna scroll this a little bit down here on the about the artist here. I don't know if you guys can see this picture.
Gosh, almost 8 million listeners a month.
Yeah, well, I'm sure it's had to have dropped in the past couple months since the new tracks have dropped. But anyway, um, the look on Tim's face first of all, looking at us like you sons of bitches, and then the guy behind him looking like he's gonna fucking kill us. That's all I've been seeing the whole night. Anyway, I just had to point that out. Doesn't relate to what I'm about to say. I'm pretty good with my 73. I think that's about where it is for me. Yeah, that's about right.
Very nice. I'm going to drop way down below my score. I was at a 70. There are songs I would be very happy to throw into a playlist, but even the times I've listened to this album as a whole and re-listening to it again tonight, there's no way I ever want to go back and listen to this whole entire album ever again. Uh, so I'm just going to go with just straight 50. It's just a very average hardcore, melodic hardcore punk album to me. So yeah, it's just an average album to me. Plenty
Yeah.
of skips, and I'm not going to go back and listen to the whole thing. But
Yeah.
if certain songs pop up, I'm happy to hear them. So
Mhm.
yeah, that's going to do it for the Unraveling from Rise Against.
Woohoo.
All right, chop our toes off there, buddy.
Thank you guys for joining us. This has been a great night. Always have fun doing
Mhm.
this. Um, yeah, come check us out on Twitch if you want to be part of the fun while it's happening. Otherwise, keep checking out our videos. Bullshit with us in the Discord. It's been fun, man. Yeah.
Never forget Potato Dick.